That was a nasty one, Egon.
Yes, a multi-dimensional cross-rip of hyperbolic intensity.
Our next episode is titled The Spirit of Aunt Lois. Now in this episode we meet Ray's Aunt Lois. And this is the first of the Ghostbusters relatives we'll meet in a line of Ghostbusters relatives. Coming up pretty soon, you're going to meet Egon's Uncle Cyrus, Peter's dad. A while down the road, we're going to meet Winston's dad. And then, way later on, towards the end of the series run, we get to meet Egon's mother. Now, Aunt Lois kind of has an interesting origin. This episode is not her first appearance. She actually appeared in a novelization of the first film. Not the first novelization of the film, but a second one that was done called Ghostbusters, A Supernatural Spectacular. This was written by Richard Mueller, who also wrote this episode of The Real Ghostbusters. And now his book features some things that weren't in the movie. For one thing, according to his book, Alice the Librarian is 29 years old.
My uncle thought he was St. Jerome.
Did you even see the film before adapting it? Then there's some more information that we don't get. Stuff about the Ghostbusters. Ray has an older brother, Carl, and a younger sister, Jean, who don't speak to each other or to Ray. Carl's a former Air Force officer, married with 2 sons. He's also an alcoholic NRA member who hates homosexuality, parapsychology, and Dr. Peter Venkman, and the feelings mutual. It kind of makes me wonder why the book had to go so in-depth on Ray's brother's personality. Jean is divorced with a daughter. She's a Democrat, journalist, and feminist. She also has 2 lovers, 1 male and 1 female. It is also noted that her ex-husband is a part-time beet farmer.
Bears. Beets. Battlestar Galactica.
There is a PDF available of this book online at the Spook Central site. I will put a link to that down below. But now, back to the spirit of Aunt Lois.
Well, kids, it's early and I still got time for a nap. Hold all my calls. Huh? Uh-oh.
Dr. Venkman, don't you dare! There's nothing in my job description about target practice.
Wait, Peter. The value to science should be incalculable. We could get the Nobel Prize.
You'll get better, Peter. You'll see.
Ha!
Then Ray's Aunt Lois drops by the fire station because she has a spiritual headache. All the boys seem pretty excited to see Aunt Lois, but Egon has his own very special greeting.
Hello, boys.
Hi, Aunt Lois.
Hi, Ray's Aunt Lois.
What brings you down this way?
I wondered if you boys were busy this evening.
Oh, rats. I think we have a job at the Museum of Modern Art.
No, they canceled. They heard about the mess you made at the Guggenheim.
It seems Aunt Lois has hired a spiritualist to take care of a haunting in her home, much to Ray's dismay.
Dr. Bassengame?
That TV guy? He's a snake oil salesman, an out-and-out fake.
No, he's very good. You'll see. Will you come?
Of course we'll come, Aunt Lois.
The Ghostbusters agree to attend this seance.
She makes me crazy. I can't believe she's letting that quack into her house.
Well, lots of people used to say the same thing about us, Ray.
Yeah, but we're scientists. Good evening, Aunt Lois.
My, how nice you all look. Come in.
Wow.
Is he here yet?
Oh, yes. He's been here for hours setting up.
Yeah. Let's see the so-called equipment.
And this is where they meet Dr. Vincent Massengill.
You must be young Ray, and these are your Ghostbuster friends. How nice.
There really is something here, but I think it's dormant.
Would you put that away, sir? We are using my equipment here tonight.
Bassingame. Now, the character of Dr. Bassingame is very obviously based on Vincent Price. But take a look at the outfit. It looks a little familiar, no? At first I thought that was probably merely a coincidence, it's just a safari outfit. But I did do some research and found out that this was an intentional dig at Filmation's Ghostbusters from the real Ghostbusters production team. Get it? He's not a real Ghostbuster.
My equipment is designed only to encourage and record the manifestations you will witness. Come forth, O spirit that is troubling this woman.
He's a phony, a charlatan, as we'll see at this seance.
Come forth and show yourself.
Stevie Nicks?
Troubled, only you can help me, Lois.
Oh dear, what can I do?
Dr. Motorboat's seance has disturbed the real ghost in Aunt Lois's home.
A sum of money was owed to me in a past life by an ancestor.
What are these? Pokemon rejects?
What do you think, Egon?
I don't like it.
Shh, listen.
You smell something?
Well, these ghosts may be tiny, but they're capable of some pretty powerful paranormal activity. Ooh, Tobin's Spirit Guide.
Quick, where was your aunt born?
Mercy Hospital, Queens.
But what about those flags and pictures in the parlor?
That stuff? Well, my family's Russian. They came over in the 1860s.
That helps. House spirits, which we cross-index with Russian. Got it. They're called domovye, singular domovoy. Spirits that live in the house and make things go right.
Huh? They're helpful ghosts?
Unless provoked.
Is it me, or are some of the Ghostbusters just drawn really goofily in this episode? Egon Spangler, inventor of the duck face.
Help! Someone!
Aunt Lois!
Ray, I'm here! I can't get past them!
Keep smiling, Aunt Lois. We're working on it.
Okay, Egon, you're the brain trust here. What do we do?
Well, they got angry when Bassingame held his phony seance. So, if we hold another seance, that should draw them out after us.
And I know just the weasel to lead it.
Me? Oh, no. Why me? Why me? Why me? Why me? Why me? Oh, spirits of darkness, hear me.
Get them away from Aunt Lois as far as you can.
Where's Bassingame?
Forget him. Chant.
What?
Chant. They'll think the seance is still going on.
The square of the hypotenuse is always equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides.
Ghost!
Get out the place. Hey, ha, ghost. Get out my face. Ha, good God.
98 bottles of beer on the wall, 98 bottles of beer.
There's definitely some stuff to like about this episode, because the Ghostbusters themselves had been accused of being con artists. It's interesting to see them have to deal with an actual slimeball con artist. I kind of wonder what Egon would think of today's terrible ghost hunting shows, but I suppose in a world where Ghostbusters exists, those terrible ghost hunting shows might not. Who knows? That's kind of a thread they touched on in the 2016 movie, but didn't do a lot with. The Ghostbusters clean up Dr. Bassingame's mess, and then tell them exactly what they think.
Let's go with a conic projection first.
Right, Egon. You boy genius, you.
We came, we saw, we kicked its ass.
Is it over? It's just a 7th inning stretch. You got more innings to go, Pinhead.
Is it? Will there be any more of them?
Well, folks, it's been a long evening, and I have to be getting home, so...
Aren't you forgetting something?
Of course, I'll expect full payment for my services.
Now, for the entrapment, we're going to have to ask you for 4 big ones, $4,000 for that. But we are having a special this week on proton charging and storage of the beast, and that's only going to come to $1,000, fortunately.
$5,000? I had no idea to be so much. I won't pay it.
Payment? What about the damages? You wrecked my dining room.
If you'll read your contract, you'll see that I am not liable for any damages incurred as a result of spiritual work on the premises.
You have all the principles of a snake.
A contract is a contract.
According to this contract, he doesn't have to pay for any of this. But I think he'll want to pay for it, out of the goodness of his heart.
And what makes you think that?
Ray?
Because if you don't, we're gonna find out where you live and deliver these out-of-town gifts to your front door for eternity.
You wouldn't.
Well, that's all right. We can just put it right back in there. Thank you.
We certainly can, Dr. Beckman. No! All right. Anything.
Thanks so much.
Dr. Bassingame, wait! You have a...
Yes.
Have a... nice day!
You know, I like the way you think.
And Dr. Bassingame will return in the episode Cold Cash and Hot Water. Thanks for watching!